Journal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream rise to the top, oh yeah. Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
Welcome to Goof on Radio stream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. Is it? No, June 5th, 2020. It's almost 6/6/2020. Tomorrow's going to be a special day because how often are you going to see 6/6/2020? It's a beautiful thing. It's 88. Yeah, it could be 12 and 4. It could be anything you want. Welcome to the show. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. What do I mean when I say in the title of the show, The Buddhist with Amnesia? I found out about it, about midnight last night. SOR Dave Scott gave me a call, said, "Hey, Richie." I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "Oh, you're going to come on, talk to me. I need you for a second." Man, some people. You know Ryan Sprague? You know, the little dough idea, right? The little ass kisser, bootlicker of the community. Really, he is. I mean, who are we kidding? Seriously. He's in touch with both feminine and masculine. No, I can't even say the whole word. But that's what this guy did. He did what we call a sprag. He spragged his way to viral tweet and notoriety overnight. You didn't hear about this guy? Oh, and he's such a dick-looking type of guy. He's just like Sprague. I see Ryan Sprague, and I say, no way is this guy giving anything new to ufology, bringing anything new to the table, doing any boots on the ground research. That's what this guy did. The guy's name's Daniel Thorson, by the way. And the only reason, we'll talk about it. We'll get there in a minute. Just hold on a second. It's crazy. We'll look at some protests. Those are still going on, man. Yeah, and I think I should get this up and ready because they're supposed to be. You hear these rumors, right? There's supposed to be something happening tonight when the sun goes down. I don't know. I don't know what it means. What does that mean? There's going to be what? A violent outbreak? Nobody knows. But it's weird in Arizona because we're doing the protests here. You know, it's not every state. Bank of America is staying closed. You can't even go inside the bank until next week. Well, they think it was till next week, but they closed it down. It was open during the C-19. But you could only go in to the ATM section or the drive-through. I'm not sure about the other banks. There was a discussion with my mother. She's like, you go in, you can get it. And I said, no, I can't. I'm trying to take out all this money to give to them. And on the card, you know, from unemployment. And you can only take out so much in a 24-hour period. Well, my mother insists you can go through the drive-through and talk to somebody. They're there. They're there. At least that's how the text sounded. I took a picture of the place. All the lights are off. It's dark and the shades are pulled. If they're there, they're hiding. Roll call. Chuck Bam, Arizona Herbs, Jocko Johnson, 2 J's are better than no B's. Lufon, No Fool, Great Plains Drifter, Tranquility Base 69 and 1. Did I say Chuck Bam? If I didn't, I'll say it again. Chuck Bam, Gutter Gawker, 2 G's are always better than 1. Game Vet 02, what do you say? How do you do? Courtney G and not Richie G. Evasius, Mount Evasius in the house. It's just a cold sore. How do you feel? What'd you say? Oh, it's just a cold sore. You'll be feeling good. Spook Cat. Spook Kitty. Big Cat. Both of the cats are next to each other. That's rare. James Pierce, J.P. Morgenstein, and everybody else coming on in. Welcome to tonight's Friday night show. Whatever you want to call it. I like calling, you know what I really like calling them? A live pod show? A pod show? Is that what I said? I don't like it anymore. Just like that, things changed. Just like that. Yeah, so these protests, and we got some UFO stuff to talk about, of course, in between, you know, the protests and anything else. We may even get into a little Vidiot. I don't know. It's Friday night, Magic 8 Ball, I think, if I don't forget. By the way, what happened the last show when I was doing the Predator? Yeah, it's like nobody even said it. What happened? Yeah, the whole thing just went down and out. So I was kind of happy, though. I wasn't feeling it. It's not like there's something about doing a Rocky movie. Predator was fun. I don't know. I know parts of the movie, and there would be a lot of long pauses in their works. I had to think. I'm like, it doesn't flow like a Rocky movie, like a Star Wars movie. So next time I do one, it's probably going to be like Star Wars or E.T. I don't know. I have to do a movie I know. Jaws would be great. Oh, man, I've seen that movie I just watched it. What a great movie. I like The Shark. I know it looks awful, but in a way, they did all right. That was a pretty good movie, man. They just don't make them like that anymore. I watched I stayed up all night. Most of it. I slept half of the day. I watched all 3 Back to the Future, back to back to back. It was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I watched Back to the Future trilogy twice in 1 month, 3 weeks apart. That's a lot of Back to the Future. All right, let's see what's going on with the protest before we get this shit show going. Man, I hope you guys. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Anybody doing anything? My God. All right, so the volume's on. Let me pull you up so you can see. Yeah, I don't know. Portland, Oregon. Okay. This is amazing. People are on a bridge. Protests over George Floyd death and others. You know, let's spread it around a little bit. Well, we're having the protests, I found out, not only for George, but for this other guy, Dion, I think that's his name, Deyon. He was shot 5 days earlier in the back, unarmed, innocent, by a white policeman in Arizona. So yeah, it is bizarre, depending on where you live, to see that I couldn't do my banking like I normally would because they're afraid protests are going to the richer areas here in Arizona, which, they did the looting in Scottsdale, which is one of the richest places in the United States. It's like Beverly Hills. I hate that there's no volume. How dare they do that? You're running what is this? Who is this? An NBC News? And you don't have sound. Not watch. It's probably me. No, I would hear it. Well, maybe we should make sure. Yeah. Okay. All I had to do was hear that. I can't do it. That sounded just like it. Yeah, they're on a bridge over Portland. Oh, I just got a Black Lives Matter notification. Well, that's odd. Oh, here we go. Get resources. Well, this is interesting. I don't know. Do I want to follow? It's Pinterest. Very Pinteresting. See what I did there? You see what I did? All right, I'm a little bored. I can't hear anything. I don't know what this Pinterest thing is. Holy Montezuma's Castle. I didn't know they could have pictures like that on there. Madonna mia. Hey, welcome everybody to the show. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Nathan made it. Hey, how you doing, Nathan? I don't know. Something's wrong. Yeah. Don't worry. I don't care anymore. No, I really don't. So Sunday, hold on a second. I'm going to see if there's something else going on here. Nothing. Okay, here's another one. Come on, give me some sound, baby. Show me where you live. All right. Always exciting when you got horns honking. Funniest thing today, I actually did see a guy driving with his mask on. And I'd say the guy was in his mid to late 60s. Yeah, wow. It was, look at all the masks everybody's wearing. Oh, you know why? So they don't know what they look like. Yeah. All right, I can dig it. So there's some curse words. F the police. Mama said knock them out. I'm just kidding. Lots of beards lately. You notice that? A lot of nice beards out there. Renee Cruz made it. So, yeah, I guess, when the sun goes down, Autopilot made it. What do you say? Chuck Squatch. We don't say Squatch anymore. You're not allowed to say Squatch. Nah, I don't care. I like it. I like it because I hate it. All right, so we're just going to pause. Then when we come back, we hit this button here, and then it'll bring us back to the live. All right. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Not like anything. Well, yeah, I guess there's even Lou Elizondo news. We'll talk about him here in a second. I hate to have to explain everything, but let me just pull up some stuff here. When you're not in the mood to read, just not in that mood. I don't know. Now, I make notes on everything I talk about. There's some videos here where cops are beating up what looks like, and you don't know what the context of their conversations were or the activity. All you do is see one side destroying the other side, and people are getting hurt. And there's 3 videos of this evidence where, to me, it looks like the cops didn't need to use that excess or any force of that caliber. So I'm going to be showing those a little later. When the kids go to bed, the sun goes down. You know what I mean. Know what I mean? No, you don't? Me neither. See, I'm trying to buy time. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. All right. COVID. In Arizona, we're having record numbers of COVID cases. It hasn't been this bad ever, even during the peak. So, holy shit. It's weird. It's weird. I'm in the epicenter of COVID right now. And it's hot. It was hot. It was like 109, 108 all week. COVID wouldn't last a sneeze outdoors. At you, dead to the ground. That's COVID in Arizona. If you get COVID in Arizona, you did something. You did something. You deserve it. All right. So I see this post on Twitter. Everybody loves talking about TTSA, Luis Elizondo, former director of ATIP. But Elizondo makes a comment. Everybody stops. He's like, who is that guy? Like, what was that? When so-and-so talks, people listen? What commercial was that? Well, Elizondo says, on leaving his government job, I would be doing much better right now if I was working for the government between all my benefits and my retirement. This was not an economically sound decision for me to join TTSA. I did it because I believe it was the right thing to do. We know he's making a lot of money, right? Who's he joking? I know he's going to say, I can show you my taxes. Nobody's going to believe it. We believe you're getting a little bit of that government money. You know, that funding that goes a long way. Shh, don't look. Hey, look over there. Don't be so gullible, Elizondo. I almost said McFly. Hey, McFly, your shoe's untied. Whoop. That's what I feel like Luis Elizondo's saying right there. Who gives a crap about what I want to know why. I did it because I believe it was the right thing to do. I know he's talked about it a million times, but I want to hear it again. I want to hear it. I deserve to hear it. So what's the right thing to do? What was that commercial? E.F. Hutton. Thank you, Jocko. Damn, it was right on the tip of my tongue. When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. That was an impactful commercial. You know what other commercials were really good? Luis Elizondo commercials. They were great. I hope this Unidentified comes out. It doesn't seem like it is. Here we are in June, and Unidentified Season 2. Is it up? Anybody see it? I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it. I looked for it. I didn't see it on History Channel. You know. I got to tell you something. This To the Stars Academy thing. Does anybody really care anymore? And I know COVID and all that stuff, but does anybody really care? Holy shit. What is that? I'm kind of like done. I'm done. I'm done with Tyler. I don't even care about Secure Team. Really don't. That whole thing seems set up to me. I feel like we were being duped, like all of us were. It was like, I don't know, because nothing makes sense with it. It's like nothing makes sense with anything. It's very frustrating. I want straight answers on that story. I'm tired of he said, she said. They need to do an interview together. Talk it out. I want to see. I want to watch them. That's the only way to get to the bottom of it. I don't understand how Lions Ground can get a transfer waiver from J.J. Ying, the creator of the Alien Head. A transfer of copyright ownership. How long does that usually take? I don't know. Here's what I think. I thought about it today. I was talking to Area 503 about this in about 4 a.m. Twitter. I'm wondering if Tyler has no money, was scared, doesn't have lawyers. See, the myth about Tyler is he made so much money, how could he have spent it all? You can if you have a kid, a wife, a baby, who said that, a habit or two, and paying people to do the work for him. And, calling a few call girls here and there, I'm sure. Seems like he knows that crowd. It's fine. He can have fun and live it up, do what he wants. But I think that's what the bottom line is. He's beaten and broken. He caved. And I kind of lost a lot of respect. I had very little respect for his channel. I don't know him as a person, but over the months, I've lost whatever respect I had, and whatever respect was left over is now gone. I don't know how he can recover from this. I don't understand. The story doesn't make sense, and if it doesn't make sense, it ain't true somewhere in there. Right? Why? How do you give in? You just bend over and end it? We're going to work together now, Rick. And he's darting all over the place when he's talking, doing this weird twitch with his mouth. Looked like, he was done. It looked like he didn't want to. Well, it reminded me of being held prisoner by terrorists, and they're demanding some stuff, or they're going to cut your head off or shoot you. And they make you talk to the camera. That's what it looked like. He was like being held prisoner. Anyway, I don't know. I think we're going to have to purge security. Because here's the deal. I don't care. I don't care if he puts another video out. Will I talk about it? I really don't know. It depends on what it is. If something bad happened, his demise, like eternal, yeah, we'll talk about it. It'd have to be pretty hefty. I'm sick of it all. Sick of it. You know what the problem is? There's nowhere to go. Nobody's doing any interviews anyway. It's all done here, on the podcast and other shows. But I'm talking nobody's going to any MUFON cons or any cons, alien cons, whatever they're called, International UFO Congress. Nobody's going anywhere because of the COVID. It's just a whole sad year loss for everybody. This year's going to be a scratch. It's as if this year doesn't even exist. We're trying to make something happen, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, people are still putting out the hoaxes, that's for sure. I mean, we'll look at a few here in a moment, but I was looking forward to unidentified coming on. May never come back. No, I think it would. I hope so. See, that's the thing. We're always, no matter how much, like Stephen Greer, I don't care about his movies. I didn't rush to go see any of Corbell's movies. Matter of fact, no, I would never pay for a Corbell movie or a Greer movie. I just won't support it. I wait for the freebies to come out and the 10-minute edits. They put them up on YouTube here and there for a few days till they get taken down. As he watches all that stuff like a hawk. It's amazing. Disclosure for dollars, as Happily Bodge would say, right? By the way, still no word on Closer Encounters. Clarence. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have the screen on here. Courtney, gee, thank you for a $5 super sticker. That's awesome. Oh, there's D. Cooper. Hey, D. Cooper. Oh, I didn't see these guys. Thank you so much. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, the super chat's open. I don't mention it. You know it's there. It's still weird. I'm almost getting used to it, but well, here we go. Let me put yours up there. I appreciate this. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a while. D. Cooper. DB Cooper in the house with the $5 super chat, super sticker from Courtney G. Super sticker, $5. Thank you very, very much. Well, welcome. Welcome aboard. All right. So, yeah, done with the masks, right? Oh, thanks, Courtney. Courtney's taken off. Okay. I like seeing new people. I hope they understand, there's no anger here. It's all frustration. Just want the truth like anybody else. I listen. I'm listening to more and more podcasts out there. Who sent me one today? I believe it was Rick. Let me pull this up, I believe. Hold on. Oh, man. Yes. Hold on. This was interesting. I guess he's a contactee, this guy. I think he's in Arizona from what I saw. Well, now, not that when he was having his experiences, but this is a really good video I want to show you. Hey, Chuck Bam. Thank you, sir. $2 super sticker, super chat. $2, $2. Remember what movie was that from? Give me my $2. My $2. Wasn't it? It was a kid riding his bike. It was his paper route. I can't remember the movie, to be honest. I can't remember it. I'm pulling up information here, and it's not pulling it up. It's very frustrating. Oh, by the way, news on the computer. So It says it'll be here. It's by the 16th. When I first did it, I canceled it before it went in. I still had time to cancel the order or edit it. So I edited it the next day and upgraded a bunch of stuff on it. And then I put it through. And then it said June 16th. I'm like, how did they go 8 days away? Like, that's ridiculous. I figured it would be here. Anyway, it's on the way. I hate this. I hate it. Now I got to wait that much longer. Then it gives you a little heading at the top that says, because of the COVID and certain situations, if you do not receive your product by the 16th, give us a call. Thanks. I appreciate it. All right. I can't. Give me a moment. See, forget it. All right, we're just going to move on from that. That's what I said. If things don't work, we're just moving on. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Hold on. It's a lot of Twitter tonight. Here's I am really I'm worried about me right now. You want to know why? Because I pull up certain things on Twitter and then I share it. I email it to myself, the story or the tweet. And I'm pulling it up. It's nothing I recognize. It's like, why would I send this to myself? I would not send a lightning bolt like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have any. So that's what just happened. Let me get rid of this. And I titled it "Bigfooter Dead." Let me see this again. Let me pull this up one more time. Oh, the guy, what's his name? Bigfooter guy. Now I can't remember his name. What is his name? Dimitri. Oh man. It's a Yakinov or something. Bayanov. I think it's Dmitry Bayanov or something like that. Right. Baya like Maya, Baya, Mayanov. Bayanov. Dmitry Bayanov. I think that's how you say his last name. He died. He'll be missed. Bigfoots all around the world, but we call them Bigfooters now. The Bigfooter. That's a guy hunt. I created it. I'm going to use it. I think I really like Bigfooter. He's a Bigfooter. No good. I don't care what you guys think. I like it. Bigfooter in town. Oh, is that Rich Giordano, the Bigfooter? No, he's the UFOer. All right, here's a sighting I want to look at. This one really is interesting. And I'm going to go to it. And I'm going to tell you, the only thing I think it is, well, I'll let you decide. Here we go. Check this out. It's just a picture. It comes from Mr. MIB, Michael Ian Black. I mean, if it's not obvious, then, because I only see one thing when I look at this. Anybody? You want to know what I see? It'll take 30 seconds. To me, it looks like an airplane. It's the angle that we're seeing it from. The wing comes out this way. It's going diagonally this way a little bit. So the wing is just, you could almost even see, it's a little blurry, but the other wing coming out the other side. On the big screen, what a difference. Yeah, I didn't realize it's super clear. I mean, it's obvious it's a plane to me. But, it's nice to think that somebody said a rocket, Thunderbirds are go. I don't know. My God, what is this? We've seen these smoke rings before. Somebody's car is getting towed, I think. These are nothing, right? If there's a UFO in there, what if that's a UFO? What if that's the propulsion? And it's really creepy. This one stays together unless it's fake. It's not hard to fake stuff, guys. Which, by the way, we're going to look at some debunking videos that are unbelievable. You know that guy with this face painted silver. Some of you hate him. Some of you love him. Some of you could care less. I don't know, man. I'm trying to...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's sound.
Look at that.
Let's hear it again. So it's really there.
Okay, where is it? Because I can't see it.
There's no reason.
Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, the aliens have attacked. What is that? What is this ring? It's just floating in the sky. This is some crazy stuff. What's going on? Girl, and it's just sitting.
She says, and it's just sitting there. No, it's moving. It's very weird. Some of them are real. Some of them are made. I think that one there is, I don't know where it would come from. Anyway, we just came upon that by accident. Just, I guess I had it up on the screen there, kids. There's so many weird things. All right, let me pull this one up now. Elizondo. Do we even care about... seriously, I can't stop it. I need something to change in ufology. The paranormal, the whole thing's getting stagnant. Although I've met a lot of nice people recently. So, there's a lot of people out there, but I don't know. We get that app. Like I tried doing that Spirit Box app or whatever. And I kind of figured it was fake. But maybe the possibility is that the spirits or whatever that come through, they understand it's a program, and maybe they're picking the words or phrases in that program to repeat to you. If they see something, my rebut to that was, how would these spirits understand technology, ones and zeros? Well, if they're digital, then I thought to myself, if they're digital beings or beings that can interface in between dimensions, they probably understand ones and zeros. Isn't that the general rule of thumb for math? Ones and zeros, that is provable math. I don't know how to. That's math that can't be refuted when you use ones and zeros. I'm not a math guy. I don't know. I watch a lot of TV. Seriously, though, that is. And then you think, okay, the reason, if you want to talk about all the different things in the paranormal, there's got to be a minimum 50, right? That we could just think of here. UFOs, aliens, Bigfoot. And then you have the little people. Then you have gnomes. Then you have spirits. Then you have the orbs. You have Foo Fighters, triangles, light ships. That's 10 right there. Just talking out my ass. And then you get into Ouija boards, and you got the runes, and then you got Magic 8 Ball, and then you got, did I say tarot cards? Ouija board. Spirit boxes, you have infrared, you have thermal, You have audio listening devices. You have parabolic dishes. You have Shkatska Shkiskanor. You know what I mean? There's only 29. I knew it was close. So I gave you like 18. It's true. There is only 29. Ones and zeros is binary. Okay, binary code. Right. I knew you guys would get the gist of that, what I was saying. Reptoids, Will, hey, how you doing, man? Thank you. James Pierce, welcome. Does Solo. B. Baker. All right. As I was saying, there's so many different things out there. I say it all the time. All right. It's just, then you got vortexes, missing time, abductions, Hare Krishnas, hairy creatures. Hare Krishnas are weird. Come on. Are they not? There's not one Hare Krishna watching this show right now. I know my crowd. Hare Krishnas. All right. It's just, when we see videos like this, it makes me wonder. Triangle UFO, we already said that. Cigar-shaped craft. Reptilians, tall whites. Then we got to talk about ancient alien technology. We got to talk about all that stuff that's unexplainable. You know what I want to do? I want to do a show, debunk, because a lot of people are telling me, Rich, you really believe that ancient alien show and all that stuff. Just so you know, people debunk the hell out of that. It's all bullcrap. So I think I'm going to look into it. I know I should have a long time ago, but maybe I was afraid, because I really appreciate Ancient Aliens, at least in the early days. I haven't really watched it since 2014. That was probably the last time I watched a full episode of Ancient Aliens. Are you guys still watching it? I don't understand how many things they could do it on. Like how many they've been to, where did they go? It doesn't matter. They've been to every place 3 times already. The last time we were here, Göbekli Tepe, they unearthed 5%. 10 years later, they've unearthed 6%. There's 94, they think, 94%, because ground penetrating radar has found over 50 different burial sites. Can you imagine? Göbekli Tepe. Ay, Vashkaskanora. It doesn't mean anything. It's one of the best places. That's one of the places I'd like to go to before I die. I want to go to all those places. You know what I mean? God, that'd be great. I really would love to. I still want to. Is there anybody in Arizona? Do we hunt for Bigfoot in Arizona? I want to do a Bigfoot hunt. It's the thing I haven't done yet. I went to those parks that one night in February or something. Remember that? Looking for that stupid thing in the stupid barn. That seemed like a year ago, man. That was fun. All right, so here's a post on Twitter from, it doesn't matter, Jesus. He says, one possibility, and you know what? You know why he gets a lot of play? People talk about him because he makes good conversation sometimes. So it doesn't matter who's saying it sometimes, as long as it's good. Well, anyway, I like to bust his chops once in a while too, because he'll say something like this. One possibility for why we have deja vu is we experience something we dreamed about long ago. We forget almost all of our dreams, but the subconscious remembers. The eerie feeling something has already happened perhaps means you dreamed the scenario in the past. And I wrote back and I said, that's not what deja vu is. That's it. That's all I wrote. I've now gone away from more than one sentence on most of my replies. Everything's going to be one shot and done. Nobody wants to read anything anybody has to say. I still like reading, so I read and I still type long responses, as all of you know. That's an interesting way that he expresses that. I think he's just out of stuff to say. Well, not really. Because he did mention something about To the Stars Academy and ufology. He's saying that we need to get ufology moving or something like that. I don't know where it is. I'll find it here. Hold on. It's probably right here. And he's like, we have to have disclosure within 24 months or we storm something. I'll just go to his channel. That's probably where it is. Oh, it's such an irresponsible tweet. I was like very offended by it. I couldn't believe what he said. Oh, I can't believe it. People call me a snowflake. No, nobody ever does. All right. He says, we can't wait for disclosure. That's unacceptable. This was 10 hours ago by UFO Jesus, post-disclosure world. What makes cover-up so egregious? What is that word? Gregarious? Egregious. Oh, that's right. What makes cover-up so egregious is it crosses well beyond moral corruption and into scientific repression. The cost is too high, and we've paid it for too long. One way or another, the world must know we're not alone within 24 months. Or we're dead. Or what? What happens? We can't wait for disclosure, he says. It's unacceptable. What makes cover-up so egregious is it crosses well beyond moral corruption and into scientific repression. Repression is pushing back. No, that's regression. The cost is too high. And we've paid it for too long. I mean, us, the public. One way or another, the world must know, quote unquote, know, we're not alone. And I responded, and I think I'm not going to pull it up. I said, can't have disclosure. I think I didn't call him a dill hole. I have to start using that. No, I don't think I replied to this one. I replied to quite a few. Yeah. Michael Shermer. Is it? Yeah, he's the worst. Isn't this guy the worst skeptic on the planet, or is he the nice guy? Who am I thinking of? No, Michael Shermer. He's a butthole. He says to condemn the rioting is not at all the same thing as opposing the protests. Many observers have been reluctant to do the former because they wish to avoid the latter. I maintain that this is a grave mistake. I always see him as a UFO guy, but he's not. Is he? I thought he's with Skeptic Magazine. Is it UFO Skeptic? No, it's Skeptic Magazine. Or used to be. I don't think he's with them anymore. I'm not sure. Oh, he was such a jerk when he was on that Larry King. Remember with Stanton Friedman and I almost said Stan Romanek. Travis Walton. and a couple other people. Oh man, he's like, you don't have any evidence. They passed lie detectors. Stan Freeman said, so what? They're not submissible in court, but people said pass the lie detector and they did it twice. Schumer's like, but it's still. And then Rendlesham Forest, oh, that light that went through the trees, that is from the lighthouse down the road. Come on. Oh, yeah. Like dozens of people don't know what a light looks like dodging trees in a forest compared to a freaking. I'm all right. No, we got to stay calm. I found out I got really high blood pressure now. This is, yeah, guys, honestly, it's going to happen on the show, and I just hope it happens when I'm in the middle of something. I hope I'm just, and then all of a sudden, God, that'd be great. It would go viral. The man got his dream. He went viral and died at the same time. Way to go, Rich. You are, Richard. Let's check on the protests here. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's check it out. Here we go. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do a show with just a black screen. No, you can't see me. Just to see what it would be, just like a podcast then, right? Yeah, it would, huh? That wouldn't be good then. Never mind. I'm just trying to. It's only because and then sometimes I don't even know. Oh, let me tell you something, by the way. So I don't want to say any names, but somebody who is a fan of the show, always in the chat, who also drives for a living, says that protesters are throwing bricks off of on the freeways. You know where people walk over? They have the walkways that arch over. They're throwing bricks onto the semis and other trucks. I think they're going for truckers, actually, he said. Isn't this crazy? Antifa. It's gotta be, man. It just has to be. I really don't know. I can't say, because people are unpredictable. People are unpredictable. And as groups, it multiplies. Obviously. But you know what I mean. Very unpredictable. It only takes one person to trigger everything. One. And when you have thousands of people together, it only takes one. The odds are in, I'm always amazed when even if there's a baseball game that there's not a lot of accidents and people actually follow the rules and the laws and everything and drive around and park and, for the most part, people are good. I don't know. I don't like these protests anymore. I understand it, but it's affecting everybody now. Are these, and I don't want to say, but aren't they having the same problem in the UK now? Aren't they? Look, it's still light out. This must be California. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like, and it's good. We don't want anything to go bad. Let's see if there's another channel. Although, sadly, that's what we're looking for. Anything newsworthy to talk about. Last night, I didn't. I watched Back to the Future last night. I didn't watch any of this stuff. I think we were just here, right? Yeah. Oh, and so the computer, obviously it'll be here by the 16th, they said. And I ordered the monitor minutes before the show. The 27-inch gaming computer, Samsung, with 240 refresh rate. It's really nice. What is it? It's 4K. It's 4K. And it's curved for my pleasure. All right, so nothing's really happening here. That's good. Oh, this is all people on here. Are they going anywhere? Nope, they're just standing. I watched the movie Us last night for the second time. It's better the second time. That's a good movie. It just makes you think a little bit. That reminds me of it. They did a Hands Across America in that movie. All right, let's move on here. Wow, that's a lot of people, guys. Look at that. It's amazing. We're at Portland. Looks like it might have been raining or something. I don't know why they don't have sound. It's NBC. Very frustrating. Maybe they do it. Maybe because people were swearing. I don't know. We're going to pause it. I don't know. It's very odd that there's no sound on that. Bothers me. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you know what? I just made up my mind. We're going to purge Tyler Glockner. Not tonight. It's got to be done right. If none of you have ever seen The Purge, well, nobody's ever seen The Purge, right? It was all done on the Paranormal Code and early Goof on Radio before we went to YouTube. Did I no, because the visual I give is, of course, if you can't see me and I'm doing a show and I'm talking about ripping off his limbs and walking downstairs and having him get eaten and hearing screams of people getting whipped. Now, I want to make this the first good visual purge. So you know what happens when we purge somebody on this program? We never talk about them again. The only way that could ever happen, it would have to be an incredible, newsworthy event, like a death or winning the lottery or whatever, something impactful. Capiche? All right. Who cares? A little channel goes down. Yeah, that's newsworthy, I guess. God, I hate that whole story. It just makes me so upset. All right, I'm going to pull something up here. Let me get rid of these. Botterezala. There's some interesting stuff that they found recently. Did scientists actually spot evidence of another universe? We think we talked about that. Armor-plated dinosaurs' last meal found beautifully preserved. See, I love those kinds of stories. The best gaming monitor. No, that's not it. Oh, that's all. Dell. All right. I was going to play. All right. We'll do this one first. This is a video. This comes from UFO Interest on Twitter. No. Oh, it's BuzzNet. Right? Isn't it? No. See, this is what happens all the time. Okay, this one might be interesting. Well, we can come back to it. We can go back to it. Yeah, we'll go back to this. So the Buddhist with amnesia. So I was talking about him earlier. His name's Daniel Thorson. Let me pull it up for you. Doug? What's his name? Daniel. It's Daniel Thornson. 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 Hold on, let me close some tabs here so people don't get upset that our private conversations all over YouTube's. I don't know what's going on with this thing. There we go. That's a good boy. All right. Stay down. Let me pull it up for you and show you kids what happened. Now, a gush. Yep, a regush. 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 It goes back in? How does that happen? It's a regush. They just sometimes a regush. I don't like it. It'll be used again. All right. So I don't think I added him as a friend. I'd like to see who the mutual friend is, though. Wouldn't you? All right. Who is it? Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, wait. Here it is. Johnny B. All right. So this guy, what did I do? Come on, Rich. Didn't I go back? Is that what I did wrong? Oh, here it is. Okay. So here's the story. I'm going to pull it up and read it to you. So get ready, get in bed. Get the covers up, pull them up tight. Kiss your dog goodnight. Let's read this story. This is just something that is annoying. Okay? This is called spraguing it up. Sprague from Ryan Sprague. Yes, there are Spragueisms because Ryan Sprague has no business in this field. He came from brewing coffee, sucked up to people, wrote an article, and thinks he knows everything. I don't understand who this guy. The problem is that he looks like an asshole, but he calls himself an investigative journalist. Whether he's still doing it, I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but from what I hear, he is, but it depends. But he is not an investigative journalist. He's an investigative barista. Capiche? Those doe eyes, you just want to smack the stink off of them. Just, oh, God. Now, this guy is like Ryan Sprague. And I know you're going to agree. Oh, you sister's ass. I don't care about this. God. He went on a retreat. All right, I'll just read it. Did I miss anything? A man emerges from a 75-day silent retreat. Thank you, Dave Scott, for firing me up a little bit. He's the one. Dave's the one who turned me on to the story. Daniel Thorson went into a silent retreat in mid-March, meditating through 75 coronavirus news cycles, Boris Johnson's hospitalization, social distancing, and sourdough starter. Now he's catching up. He's outside his cabin and just finished a 75-day silent meditation retreat at the Monastic Academy in Lowell, Vermont. He says on the morning of May 23rd, Daniel Thornton rejoiced society after an absence of 2.5 months. He spent that time in silent meditation in a cabin in remote northwestern Vermont, where he is a part of a Buddhist monastic community. During his 75 days, see right there, he's a what do they call these people? Pretentious. He's pretentious, this kid. During his 75 days in isolation, his hair had grown out. The last snow of winter had melted, and the trees had budded. Frogs had come out of hibernation and began peeping. Mr. Thorson, a podcaster and enthusiastic online philosopher, had also missed 75 news cycles. And so, less than 2 hours after ending his silent retreat, Mr. Thorson logged back onto Twitter. Did I miss anything? He wrote. The last week was a strange one for Mr. Thorson, 33, a staff member at the monastic academy, as he tried to catch up with the changes that had taken place during his absence. He learned of Boris Johnson's hospitalization and his recovery. He learned that meatpacking plants had emerged as pockets of infection and death. He learned that his cousin had met her new love interest on a social distance dating website, and that there is now such a thing as Zoom channel devoted to ecstatic dance. Re-engaging with his mom, with the supermarket, with the internet was at times intensely pleasurable. Other times it was just intense. He had trouble sleeping. You know what? When this guy walks, snowflakes fall off of him everywhere. His whole body is like a constant flow of snowflakes. People wanted to talk to him. They compared him to Rip Van Winkle, the fiction character who fell asleep in the Catskills and wakes up 20 years later to discover that his beard is a foot long and the United States is no longer ruled by the British crown. It stunned him to discover that the many and various topics that interested him, global warming, electoral politics, the healthcare system, had been subsumed by a single topic of conversation, the coronavirus. That feeling of confusion deepened when, during his first week back, American cities erupted in protests over the death of George Floyd. While I was on retreat, there was a collective traumatic emotional experience that I was not a part of, he said on the second day. To what degree do I have to piece it back together? Mr. Thorson is not the kind of Buddhist too shy from current events. After graduating from college, he was an organizer for Occupy Wall Street, camping in Zuccotti Park in Lower Manhattan, and engaging with pedestrians. Yes, he is that type of guy. He logged a few years with the Buddhist Geeks movement, promoting the use of online technology for enlightenment seeking. His podcast, Emerge, seeks to explore the next phase of the human experiment. So he was eager, after ending his 75 days of silence, to see what was going on in the world. I was thinking it was going to be Mad Max out there. Like, are we the last survivors? How is humanity doing? After leaving the meditation center, the first evidence he saw was a gas station and people coming in and out wearing shorts, a scene so characteristic of northern Vermont that he was deeply reassured. It's Vermont. Somebody's getting gas or somebody's giving. Holla! But a new set of impressions followed. He ventured into a Shaw's supermarket, eager for human contact, and what he found instead was anxiety. When he passed people, their eyes darted around as if they were scanning for threats. One thing that seemed to scare them was Mr. Thorson, who had not gotten the hang of social distancing. I was bouncing all over people. I was like a pinball in a machine with glass and walls and bumpers. There was bells ringing and sirens going and lights flickering. I can't stand it. Somebody get me away. Social distancing isn't helping. I'm melting. I'm melting. I would turn a corner in the grocery store and someone would be there and they would recoil, he said. I haven't installed the COVID operating system. At first, I was like, whoa, what did I do? He had looked forward to plunging back into his online world, a setting he had always found nourishing. But when he received 2.5 months of posts from people he admired, he found to his shock that they were only talking about one thing. Everything else is gone, he said. There's nothing about the election. It's amazing. The Australian wildfires. What happened there? Didn't Brexit happen? God, I want to beat the But there was nothing close to a consensus. Everybody has extremely strongly held very different opinions about everything. How dangerous it is, what the response should have been, how's it going, whether or not we need to isolate, how to treat it if you get it, he said. There is one consensus proposition that it seems to me everybody holds is it's that whatever happens in the last 3 months is one of the most significant events in modern history. Talking through the preceding months, he often felt he had stumbled into something painful, conflicts that dated back to March or April, just a few months ago. Not like it was 20 years of agony, this guy. It's not like he has PTSD or something and came home from Vietnam or even, Afghanistan or some sort of stand. People are so desperate to make sense of it, he said. And it was true. He had missed a lot of friction, even in the ideology bubble of a Buddhist monastic community in Vermont. I don't care if I said it wrong. In mid-March, Soar You for All, I don't know if I said that right either, the group's head teacher had just begun a week-long silent retreat with a larger group of students. They had just ended communication with their families and the internet when the state governments began banning large gatherings and advising people to stay home. Oh my God, how long is this? He began to get emails and phone calls from his students' families insisting that he end the silent retreat. Everyone wanted their children to come home immediately. That's Mr. Forel. Everyone wanted their children to come home immediately, Mr. Forel said. But he refused, saying they should be allowed to finish their week of silence. It was painful for the parents, painful for me. Oh, wrong guy. It was painful for the parents, painful for me. It was a very strenuous time here in Vermont. He said he valued Mr. Thorson's perspective precisely because he had not lived through it. His clarity is just what the world needs now. Shit, he's been hit by all of it in one wave. And it was true. In his first days out, Mr. Thorson found himself in demand, the subject of intense curiosity. I feel like an oddity. I feel like a curiosity, he said. I don't know what they expect me to say. This whole thing is a hell of a drug. It really, really, really had an impact on my nervous system. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Hey, Richie, who is this freaking guy? I want to beat him with your, No, I don't. The whole thing is cocaine's a hell of a drug, Jack. Oh my God, how is this guy? How could he look himself in the mirror? You want to know what did it? You want to know what did it? Why this story went viral? Because he's a good-looking guy, that's why. By the way, who will be bald in 10 years. He's got the high forehead. Yes, it may look thick, but that is a coif, ladies and gentlemen. That is to cover the forehead. Jealous. He's got the beard. I guess he shaved it. He's got the Clark Kent glasses. If he was a buff guy like 240, he could play Clark Kent, Superman. You got to pull that thing down, little squiggle. That's why you don't see guys like this saying things like that. He's so beautiful. He's so innocent. He's just so human. How it must be for him. By the way, it's bullshit. And this is what's making me mad, even talking to you about it. It's all bullshit. By the way, he went into that monastery, whatever the frig you call it, the Buddhist thing, in March. We were shut down, locked down, couldn't go out, couldn't go home, couldn't go anywhere. You had to stay in one spot. You couldn't even turn on the TV. Wi-Fi could have killed you. 5G people died from 5G. No, they didn't. He knew what was going on before he went in there. He knew all about it. It's bullshit. But I'm glad to see, instead of a hot chick or, somebody showing off their goods, getting the spotlight. It's nice to see a normal looking individual, like this guy, That's why it's gone viral, because, they could make, I don't know, statues out of his jaw. I don't know. But he seems annoying to me. Like, if you go over his house, by the way, I've got to play this for you. Dave wouldn't mind because it's only the last part. Last night he called me. I told you at midnight. Just before, actually. And he goes, and he tells me about this guy. And then I think he started it by going, he's the type of guy who, when he goes to the bathroom, doesn't flush. And we were coming up with all these different, he's the type of guys. And then everybody else was getting involved. I got to be honest, that was a great freaking segment. And I'm going to share it. It was funny if you weren't there. This guy's annoying. Not Dave.
Who still calls himself Daniel.
This Ryan Sprague wannabe guy. Hold on. I hate hearing my own voice. Is this where I came in?
I need a Richie G ruling here, and I can't hear him. I don't know if he's on or not.
Oh, yeah, I had problems with the mic. It wasn't plugged in. I never unplug it.
He's upset, and he
need me to. What would you need me for?
Well, because I need to know, because, you're the kind of guy, you're like the police, you're like the authority here.
He sitting down was great.
You're the authority.
Yes.
I'll go with that.
And I needed to know.
That's so true.
Is my anger correct? Because to me, this guy takes over from the fat little 5-year-old who stole his mother's car with $3 in his pocket to drive from Utah to California to buy a Lamborghini. And then, as punishment, he got to ride in a Lamborghini because everybody felt that it was so cute that he stole a car. Oh, Daniel says, I feel like an oddity. I feel like a curiosity. I don't know what they expect me to say.
Oh, that's what I was just reading.
They're just looking for. Do you think this is a real guy?
This is a real guy, dude. He's got a podcast.
Nah.
Oh,
you think
yes.
It's like a. This is crazy. I can't wait.
Oh, dude, you can look him up on Twitter at D Thorson.
Yeah, the last name I thought you called me when you said Thorson, because there was a guy who used to hoax UFO and Bigfoot all the time. His name was Robert Thorson. So I thought it was his son or
different guy.
Thank goodness.
Different guy. I hate this Daniel guy. I hate him. I hate him bad.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like everybody's. I don't know. I think they're just looking for something to get our mind off what's going on.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I know. It's awful. What did he do that was so great? Nothing. He did nothing.
No. And he's getting into the New York Times.
So he lied. Do you think he lied?
No. I think he went on this really cool Buddhist retreat. I do. Okay?
Yeah.
But the way he's coming back, like, oh my God, the world has changed. Oh my God, I didn't know COVID was here. You fucking idiot. Right? Sorry.
No, I hate people like this. Yeah.
No, that's what he's doing. He's sucking up for social media followers right now. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
What's his background?
He's a podcast host.
So he's just okay. He doesn't work, or that's it. Do we know anything about him? We'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah. If you follow him on Twitter, here's his podcast.
This is just awful. We have degraded into stories that mean nothing when there's a whole world on fire right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Rich, this is the kind of guy who paints his own toenails because he thinks it looks pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he tell anybody?
This is the kind of guy who goes to Starbucks and doesn't just say, I want a tea, I want a chamomile. That's who he is. That's who he is. This is a guy who gets Vinay Gupta and Sanjay Gupta mixed up and misquotes them, but acts that it's the real quote.
I think I've done that.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, he is that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the kind of guy, literally, who probably would protest the campaign of putting one space instead of two spaces after a period.
Chamomile.
He's the kind of guy who would park diagonally.
Yes.
Take up 2 spots.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of guy he is.
Oh, yeah. I bet his hidden angst is he carries a handicap sticker so he can park in the handicap stalls.
Oh, no.
He's that guy. He is totally that guy. Totally that guy.
Yes. And he's the guy who says, hold on while I go get a piece of paper and a writing instrument.
Exactly. I hate that guy. I hate that guy. Right?
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy who still has boogaloo in his vocabulary.
Oh, my God. I haven't heard that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's the one guy in Vermont who keeps Drakkar Noir sales going.
He's also one of the few guys who probably wears a Speedo to the pool. The public pool.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the guy.
You know he does.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
He's that guy. He's that guy.
Mm-hmm. He's the kind of guy who goes to the water slides and swims laps and then gets mad at people for letting their kids play in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do one better with the pool. I bet he's the guy who pees in the pool and blames it on the kid.
Yeah, that's it. It's totally him.
That's him. Yeah, it is.
Totally him.
He's that guy.
Totally him. Right? He's the kind of guy who brags on social media that he got front row seats for Coldplay for himself.
That's funny, Autopilot.
Here's a new segment. He's the kind of guy. I like this segment.
Uh-huh.
He's the kind of guy that goes to sleep with a mouth guard.
I want to hit him. I want to hit him just for that. Right? He's the kind of guy who turns the meal back at a restaurant because it's too salty 3 times.
After adding salt.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know why I'm coughing. COVID. He's the kind of guy. I can't think. I had one, I lost it. He's the kind of guy who goes to bed with the vaporizer on. I hate that guy.
He's the kind of guy who takes his Prius and parks it specifically beside all the, the done up 4x4 trucks, right?
Yeah.
And then brags about his fuel economy.
I bet he bought a Volt and keeps it in his garage for when his Prius runs out of energy.
Probably.
A Volt. They still have those stupid pull-ups to
I know.
Power up your car at the grocery store. Nobody uses them.
I know.
That's it.
They just spend tens of thousands of dollars in my community for that here to build an electric fueling station, and I haven't seen one car there. Not one. Anyways,
he's the type.
I get up to go get something, and I can't remember what it was. I have no idea. It wasn't a drink. I don't know. Oh, now I remembered. I just remembered.
Guy, though.
This is a type of prick, literally, all right, who tells women he's going to make love to them.
Oh, oh no.
And if you look at his picture, it totally says that.
It does.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
It does. I don't want to get into that. I had a good one and I lost it. Shnikey.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
He's the type of guy.
This is the kind of guy who buys beard oil to rub on his pubes.
He is.
He's totally that guy. Oh, God, I hate him right now. I hate him.
He's the type of guy who drinks a full beer and doesn't wipe his mustache off.
Oh, I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
And walks around talking like there's nothing there.
He's the kind of guy who goes to the gym and showers and then walks around the men's change room naked with the towel around his neck. He is totally that guy.
Yes, he is that guy.
Totally that guy. I didn't know. Really? We're not supposed to do that? You know, back in May or February of 2020, we were allowed.
God, I hate that guy.
Fuck, I hate him right now. I hate him.
Who's the guy? It's the guy from last night. Daniel Thorson, this guy. This old chap who went on a Buddhist retreat for 75 days. And when he came out, he posted about the world saying he can't believe everything that's gone on when he was away because he went on a silent retreat. It's all BS though, and it went viral, and people are like, what is it like for you to come out of a silent and not know what was going on in the world? Yet he went in March, almost the peak of the COVID lockdown. He knew what was going on and all this other stuff. I didn't know about maybe the protest, but whatever. That's why he's that guy. He's like Ryan Sprague. All right, that's here's the link if you want to listen to the rest of that Dave show. Okay. So black holes, are they like a hologram? Got this article here. They're always trying to come up with something, I guess, why would they be like a hologram? According to new research by SISSA, ICTP, and INFN, black holes could be like holograms in which all the information to produce a three-dimensional image is encoded in a two-dimensional surface. As affirmed by quantum theories, black holes could be incredibly complex and concentrate an enormous amount of information in two dimensions, like the largest hard disks that exist in nature. This idea aligns with Einstein's theory of relativity, which describes black holes as three-dimensional, simple, spherical, and smooth, as depicted in the first ever image of a black hole that circulated in 2019. In short, black holes appear to be three-dimensional. Why wouldn't they be? Just like holograms. I'm a little confused. Why wouldn't they be three-dimensional? The study, which unites two discordant theories, has recently been published in Physical Review X. Yeah, I don't understand it. Do people think that a black hole is just a disk? Just a flat surface? I never imagined it that way. I imagined it being like this funnel-shaped thing, swirling, just like a tornado. That's exactly what it's like. But wait, you know that these tornadoes are everywhere? They see them on Mars. They see them on Earth. They see them in the clouds on Jupiter and Saturn. I know it's wild, but what about certain designs that are in nature? Isn't the hexagram like all over in nature, in flowers and in bees, flies? It's very strange, the hexagon. But anyway, I always thought black holes were three-dimensional. See, this is why I think I'm smart. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not smart to understand what they're talking about. All right. The holographic principle applied to black holes. To study black holes, the two authors of the new study, Francisco Benini, the CISA professor, ICTP scientific consultant, and INFN researcher, and Paulo Melan, CISA and INFN researcher, used a 30-year-old idea called the holographic principle. The researchers write, this revolutionary and somewhat counterintuitive principle proposes that the behavior of gravity in a given region of space can alternatively be described in terms of a different system, which lives only along the edge of that region and therefore in a one less dimension. And more importantly, in this alternative description called holographic, gravity does not appear explicitly. In other words, the holographic principle allows us to describe gravity using a language that does not contain gravity, thus avoiding friction with quantum mechanics. Oh, damn, I don't understand it. But I tell you what, I like reading it. I sure hope you kids all understood that because it was hard. It was hard. Oh, there's more shit. I tell you what, there's only one paragraph. Forget it. Forget it. You look it up. All right, the link will be in the description after the show. Earlier, last hour, I said coronavirus cases spiked in Arizona. Also, Texas and Oregon, or Oregon. These are the three states in the past week. It's still increasing in a third of the country. Unbelievable. Texas, Arizona, and Oregon saw significant spikes last week in new coronavirus infections, while cases also continue to climb in a handful of states where steady increases have become the norm. That's because of testing. Now they got the testing and they're finding out how many people actually have it. Why it matters? Well, nationwide, new cases have plateaued over the past week. To get through this crisis and safely continue getting back into the world, we need them to go down a lot. Between the lines, improved testing can cause the number of confirmed cases. Okay. At least in Texas, however, the spike in recorded cases does not seem to reflect an actual increase in new infections, not just better testing. Testing in Texas increased by 36% over the past week, while the number of confirmed infections rose by 51%. Texas also saw an increase in the percentage of all coronavirus tests that came back positive. In a state where testing is improving and the underlying outbreak isn't getting worse, you'd expect the share of positive tests to go down. Well, the big picture. Axios is tracking each state's caseload week by week using a 7-day average. The disparities between states and these sudden spikes in places that have been making progress underline just how tentative the U.S. progress against the virus has been. Why was it tentative? Did I miss something? I think I was here every night during the, well, it's still going on, but you know what I mean, the lockdown for everybody. I don't get corona. I still don't get it. I don't even know why I even talked about it. George Knapp. You're going to like this. I mentioned it Wednesday. Just going to say it again. The progress that's been made in 8 months is remarkable. Elizondo responds, yeah, a little scary. I wouldn't have expected it to go this far so fast. We're living in evolutionary times, so don't be surprised if the UFO subject goes warp drive on us soon. I told you I was going to have Luis Elizondo talking. Why? What is that? Just another way to say the show's coming on? That's why we're going to turn it upside down. Is that what he said? He said, "Oh yeah, you know what he told us? Nothing." I wouldn't be surprised, he said, if the UFO subject goes warp drive on us soon. Is warp drive the secret? Warp drive? Do we have planes with warp drive? Forget the word plane. Ships. Forget ships. Alien technology. Do we have alien technology? Is that what he means? Warp drive. That's interesting. I think he's telling us without telling us. What do you think? No, it's nothing. Means nothing. UFO subject, it doesn't mean anything. That could mean there's a new story that's coming out. There's nothing that's going to break open the bottle and give us disclosure. It's just not going to happen. I see people all the time, and you saw earlier in the show, UFO Jesus wants that disclosure within 2 years, or something bad's going to happen. He doesn't know. Nobody knows. All right. So let's get to a little bit of, what is this? No, see, I'll just show it for the hell of it. Well, you all seen these sightings before, or this sighting. Let me just post it. Can you see it? No. Here we go. It's old. Remember this? People thought this was actually real, guys. I don't know how anybody would think that's real. It's really wild. Well, it comes from this. Here's the original photo. As already explained, all the times this fake had been recycled. Here's the original picture taken in 2003 by Wayne Carter. Used by hoaxers as background to fabricate those UFO orbs, carving holes in the clouds. I didn't mean to hit that, damn it. All right, I'm glad I did. Yep, that's them. There's the notch. There's the shimmy shams. That's it. What a bunch of ice hole clouds. See what I did there? Yeah. Let's get that out of here. Gosh. All right, where are we? Okay, let's go to the next one. What's that? Oh, yeah, let's do it. Hey, let's do the 8 ball. You want to do the 8 ball? Let's do the 8 ball. Yeah, we got to get ready for the 8 ball, though. So we'll take 30 seconds to a minute break. We'll be right back. 1 minute.
Beaten down and destroy. That should never you betray. Hell is the one waits for you. Now I roll the world all alone. Bound by letters, deep they ride. Got yourself the world and time. Dying the one who waits for you. But there's no longer cares. Understood, I'm insane. Yes, you'll never know. Never leave, so let it be. When you rise, there's deliverance rise. Yeah, yo. Like minutes seem like hours. Killing score with the flame. Behind the pages, turn the door. Die as you live in vanity. Persist rest on our brains. But there's an evil feeling in me. I can't believe I stand alone. Beast of the wicked sky. I'm the sun, I'm insane. Yes, you'll never know. Never mean to let it be. When you rise, yes, deliverance rides. Hold the door, should I whisper death? The price, all you say. Die as you be, there when I'm the sun. Should bring me.
It's time for the Magic 8 Ball. Tonight, we have 3 questions. So we're going to start off and make sure you ask a question that has a yes or no answer. Everything else will be denied immediately. We will go to the first question starting now. What video? B. Baker asked, will George Soros be put in jail this year? Will George Soros go to jail this year? The answer is Says, answer hazy. Try again. Will George Soros go to prison this year? As you know, the energy goes through me. Here we go. Answer says, I don't understand it. I can't read it. It says, ask I don't know, guys. It won't, it's blurry. Oh, God. Ask again. We got to do this again. My God. We're going to take 10 minutes for one question. Will George Soros. We only do, we're going to give, the rule is 3 for each, just to be fair. Will George Soros go to prison? Oh, my God. My eyes go to prison this year. This year? Magic 8 Ball, please give me the answer I seek. Please give me the answer I seek, as this is the last time for this first question. It says, as I see it. Yes. It's going to go to prison this year. I don't think so. I think the percentages of this Magic 8 Ball might play itself out tonight. Second question starts now. Ask me a yes or no question. I will transfer it to the Magic 8 Ball. The Magic 8 Ball will then give us the yes or no answer. That is only the truth it knows. Next question starts now. Will Tyler get transition surgery? I'm going to turn that one down because I don't think that's a serious question. I'm really looking for serious questions, Will. Are we heading towards a civil war? Who's we? Okay, you have to be specific, guys. I'll transfer it. Is America heading towards a civil war? Magic 8 Ball? You guys don't understand. I have to transfer this energy. Okay, you know. Will America be thrust into a civil war with martial law? Here we go. Uh-oh. That is an answer. Let me see what it says. It is certain. Guys, as you know, this Magic 8 Ball has never been proven wrong. The reason we turn the light off, so I get all the energy because the computers are sucking a lot. It works well. Last question. The 8 Ball is working. Willie McBee asks, will Goodfellas, the movie, not his friends, you have to be specific, guys. See what I'm saying? It's a good thing I understand you. It's a good thing I get it. Will Goodfellas have a remake ever? Ever? Here we go. I got an answer. Let's see what it says. I don't know this answer. I can't. It's moving. Oh my God. Hold on. Yes. No? Hold on. Yes, it will. That was the final question. Oh my God. Magic 8 Ball has been lonely. Says it's been 9 shows since we've done. That's not true. Okay, it's true. One more question. One more question. I'm going to look for it. Will aliens invade Earth this month? This one comes from Evasius. I'm sorry I didn't put you guys on the big screen. How rude. I am very, very rude. See, this is why I shouldn't have a show. Will aliens invade this month? June? I make a prediction. June 21st. I'll tell you why in a minute. Here's the answer to that question. Yes, and then it says, I don't know, may. Yes, you may rely on it. Oh my God. That's a definite yes. Can you imagine? Oh my God, the 8 Ball said on a bonus question that aliens are going to invade Earth. I say it's going to happen June 21st for a reason. You know why. You don't know why? Oh, sorry. Because I captured 3 times on video triangle shapes, 3 points of lights on June 21st. One time at 8:40, one time at 10:10, and another time at 10:05. 3 different parts of the sky. Look, this is how the predator takes off his mask. Remember? And then it reaches right. You are one ugly motherfucker. You are one ugly mother. I had it. I can usually do it. You are one ugly mother. Dun, dun, dun. In the helicopter, get the fire extinguisher. Jesus Christ. Holy Mother of God. And then you see the mushroom cloud. Why am I wearing this still? Does anybody know why I'm still wearing this? That was for the Magic 8 Ball. Oh, forget about it. I got the overall do-rag on. Bright lights, big cities. Wow, that is bright. Whew. Are we done? That's it? That went by fast tonight. No, there's not one more. Oh, he said get to the chopper like real early in that movie. Well, halfway. Go, run! Right? He goes, run, run. I got my neighbors are right out the window. Right. I can't do it. I can't. I know I can't. Get to the chopper. I can't do it. I won't do it. Run. Go, come on. Remember at the end and the predator's feeling the needles? He makes the little spears out of wood. He does all this in like 6 hours. I still can't do it. Why can't I used to do the predator's voice? Not the when it goes. I can't do it. It's really I don't know why. But when the predator's creeping around in his cloak and you hear him, whatever he does, it's wild stuff, man. Predator's cool. There were some great scenes in that movie. Remember Billy? When they're all walking over that big log, over the little canyon. And Billy stops, turns around, and cuts himself with the knife. And all of a sudden you see him looking across the log. Billy, come on, come here, come on. Billy wants to fight the predator. He wants to know what it is. He'll be at peace, though, with it. It's unbelievable. Great freaking scene. You never see it. All you do is hear him scream. That's the end of Billy. Poor Billy, he could find his way through a rat maze. He couldn't find his way off a log. Poor Billy. Apollo Creed, he got his arm shot off, remember? And then he got speared. What is it? That Predator's cool. It's very funny when you watch the Predator when he's healing up his wounds, and clamping his skin together. And then anytime he has to grab something, it's like these women who have these real extra long nails. Well, he did have the long nails, but I don't understand how a lizard type being would make instruments that really aren't made for them. Like he has to grab stuff, and it's very weird. It's like he has to grab it like the side, like I can't even explain it. It's just bizarre. We grab stuff, we grab it. We're very, not ambidextrous? We've got great dexterity. But because he's wearing a costume, it's like when E.T. went to go pick up the Reese's Pieces in the hallway going up the stairs. And he grabs him like this. He overextends. Because all it is, it's a fake arm. It's all fake. Nowadays, they CGI it up. Right? Why would they make instruments? The Predator has no reason making instruments made for man. Got a little clamp on it, and the fluorescent blood. All right, it's a cool effect. The girl doesn't even talk about it. She sees the blood, wipes it off the big palm leaf, rubs it on her pants, doesn't say, oh, at this point she was talking to them. She could have said, look, I saw, no, that was in the beginning. She wasn't talking to them really. She was cooperating. But she should have said, look at this fluorescent shit that I got. You guys injured it. If you see this fluorescent shit, you'll know the Predator's nearby or was in the area. She doesn't say a thing. This can't be important, this fluorescent glowing stuff. Why would fluorescent glowing stuff never be useful? It's always useful. Its fluorescent color is for a reason. That movie had so many problems. I know, I pick on them all the time. To myself. Like, Arnold punches the Predator. And it goes... And then, if he could lift Arnold up with one hand, a foot off the ground, and hold him there for a good 40 seconds, look at his head, and do all that, like no effort. When he punches Arnold and backhands him and uppercuts him, we just see a little bit of jaw and blood going out. But Arnie's fine, no broken bones. The thing was running through the forest, breaking branches off. You don't think he could break a little cheekbone? What is his Arnold's cheekbone made out of? What is he? The T-100? You see what I did? There was the Predator and versus. You know what would be cool? Predator versus Terminator. Has anybody ever done that? I want to see the Terminator get in battles. We don't have enough of that. And I want to see it done right. I want to see it done right. You know what I mean? These lights are killing me. It's almost time. I did want to check something out though, real quick. All right, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll get out of here. It's all right. No, we're not here. We are going to be here Sunday. Yes, Sunday. Doing an interview. It's either, I believe it's either Green Man or Game Vet. So I think Green Vet is on Monday. And I don't know. I got it in the email. I got them. I can't remember. And then we have the round table next Friday. It's going to be a good week next week. Next week will be fun. And then we get the computer. Oh, no, it's 11 days away. What day is the sale? Well, it may come sooner. Jesus. It's... I didn't look at what state it's coming from. Ay, fanabla. It's always something. I don't want to wait. And then I want to get the drone. Got to get the drone. A lot of stuff coming up. There's nothing else. There was something I wanted to play. I'm looking for it as I speak. I just can't find it. That's the sadness of today. That I can't find that clip. I thought I had more UFO clips. I'm sorry I didn't have more. Maybe tomorrow? There was something I had to play though, I know, and I don't think I played it. And I do this a lot. Let's take a look. Oh, I know. Here it is. Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. This is a UFO sighting. Recent. Let me pull it up. I haven't looked at this. It's just a picture, but oh, we got the two things to talk about. All right. Sorry about keeping you here a little long. You can go. I know you got to go. Oh, we got to stop. All right. You know what we'll do it tomorrow. All right, guys. Until then, hasta la vista. Yeah. That's a good one, I guess. Stick around. See you tomorrow. And that takes care of that. They see it's so loud in my headset, and it shouldn't be. All right. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Moderators, thank you. Everybody who donated through the super chat, thank you very much. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. That's how the show grows. And my thing is, psychics should have predicted the protests. Tomorrow we'll talk about why they didn't and couldn't. I feel like I'm forgetting something. You want to support GoofOn? Go to patreon.com/GoofOnRadio. Pick a tier, donate, doesn't matter. You're supporting the stream. Become a member of GoofOn Network by joining goofon.net. It's free. Hey, if you'd like to donate without joining anything, go to goofon.org. Gush! All over the floor, you donate. Goofon.org. It's a PayPal service. All right. Thank you all very much. Take care. See ya. See you Sunday. Can't forget Sunday. Here. Take a look at this. Da kush.